Hi, I'm Liza Rios, and you watching Latino.com. I put it out there for a reason. I knew if I just spoke about the abuse, people would tell me that I was lying. He promised me the world, I could go to college, and I could go to school, and that it would never happen, and that I never stood up for myself and left, so he would never do it again. I came back within 2 weeks. I enrolled in college, and I had to keep leaving class because I was there for Pun every moment. And I did it with love. I didn't care. And I told God, I said, when I come back this time, I'm going to give it a year. You know, just give me a sign. We had another altercation, and he took a glass and smashed it in my face where I received stitches on my forehead and cuts on my nose. So I prepared myself to leave in that summer, which I did. Steve Rifkind and Joe begged me to come back because he had the whole world looking for me, and that he refused to record. You know, even though I loved him, I didn't like the way he treated me, and I was trying to stand up for myself and for my children, but at the same time, I didn't want him to die. But they put him back to work, and within 2-3 months, his body was shutting down. I could see it, and he soon passed after that. The day that he passed, it was the worst and the best day of my life. It was the worst day, of course, because it was my friend, who passed, my husband, the father of my kids. He dealt with a lot of demons in life, and he had a hard time, with his past and being an adult and being a husband and father. So it was something where I was happy because there was going to be no more pain.
If I died, I don't expect no one to give my wife $5.
Mm-hmm.
We do the album Endangered Species.
Right. Which was after
No one got paid on this album after Pun's death. No producer, no studio, no rapper, not me, no one. The full advance, which was hundreds of thousands of dollars, went to Liza Rios and the family.
I didn't receive hundreds of thousands of dollars for endangered species. All I received was $125,000 with a royalty check of $15,000, like in 2004. After that, I never received anything else. Joe stated something in there in front of my dead husband, in front of my children. He stated that if my kids will not eat, that his kids will not eat. I really feel bad for Pun because he got played, and if it was the other way around, Pun would have never did that. Since 2007, actually on Pun's birthday, I got evicted, which was so ironic. But I've been with family back and forth. I've just recently entered into a shelter 2 months ago. And as of today, I just got my approval for my 3-bedroom voucher, so I'm excited for that. So now I'll be able to, find me a place. How many people out there are homeless, but there's many. And good working people, it just happens. Any work I do with my husband, I do with my kids. I braid hair at a barbershop and work at a tattoo salon, so I'm learning how to pierce as well as trying to tattoo myself because that's what I'm into. I'm also trying to start engaging in speaking against domestic violence. And looking back, it was very difficult to give any advice to Pun. He was very set in his ways, so it was really, I didn't have much of a voice or an opinion back then. There's a lot of things I could have done probably afterwards. Maybe the little money that I've gotten, I spent $120,000 in mortgage alone. My rent was like $2,000. So within that, trying to keep the home that he bought probably was the wrong decision. The Big Pun Legacy is coming out on September 15th. Through Universal on DVD, so I'm excited about that. It comes out September 1st on demand. Different, it has a lot of artists that they speak about the intimate moments with Pun, up to how they felt about him gaining so much weight and dying. I really stood behind the scenes with Pun. It's just since after he's passed, his fans have put me in this position and still fight for his honor. My husband, yes, he was a rapper, one of the most amazing rappers in the world. He was the first Latino Latin platinum artist to do what he did. No one can ever take that away from him, and no one can ever be, there will never ever be another Pun. Hey, I'm Liza Rios, and thanks for watching me at Latino.com.